We always have to yawn before
Like
I start.
right before?
I know, it's
Yeah.
obnoxious. Hey, what's going on, movie lovers? I'm Jeff,
I'm Kyle,
and we are Shut Up, I Like This podcast, where we talk about how much we actually like movies.
and we don't shit all over everything.
We like stuff.
We try to.
Whoa.
Novel concept here on the internet.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about shit that we like.
Yeah.
Episode 39. So we're getting pretty close to the live episode, 40.
God, I'm looking forward to that live episode.
Oh
We're
my
doing
gosh.
the Wolverine for the 40th episode. That
Yeah.
will be fun.
I'm excited about Wolverine. I'm kind of nervous about live. You do it all the time,
I'm an
so
old pro at
Yeah.
live.
it'll be
It's
fun.
a lot of fun. I can't believe we're already at 39, coming up to 40 episodes.
I know.
It feels like we just started this.
Yeah, it was about episode 20 that we got down here, I think.
Yeah, we moved it from upstairs
Yeah.
downstairs to the
So we've done like 20.
lovely set that you've created
Right,
for
we've
us.
done
Yeah,
like 20 episodes down here.
it's nuts,
That's
isn't it?
crazy. I
Yeah.
don't feel like I've watched 20 movies for this,
Well,
let alone 39.
like we say all the time, I watch so many movies that it's
Right.
like, oh, gee, Jeff, you're really twisting my arm to get me to watch movies for a podcast.
I know. It's especially like ones like these that you haven't seen forever, but you remember liking them, and then you watch it and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I do remember.
Mighty Ducks was that movie for me. That one was a lot of fun
Yeah,
because
that's crazy.
I hadn't watched it in so long, and I would have never on my own just decided to pull that one out and watch it.
I think that's what Wolverine's going to be like for me.
Yeah, we were talking about that before we started,
Yeah.
and I haven't seen it since Logan came out. It'll be interesting to kind of go back and, I don't know if compare is the right word, but
Right.
you'll be comparing a little bit about how the movies are
Well, I think we said last week
similar and
how
different.
How it kind of bounced in between that weird area between X-Men Origins and Logan.
Yeah.
So it's like just right in the middle,
Yep.
and people always just kind of forget,
You brush it off because there are two ends of the spectrum. Like, I really didn't like.
especially on the internet,
Yeah, totally.
one
I
way or
mean,
the other.
there were parts of the first Wolverine Origins film that I liked, but overall,
The opening.
the opening,
Oh,
and
it's so good.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool before they completely fucked him up. There are parts in that one that are enjoyable, but overall, it's not really that good of a film.
Yeah.
And Logan is spectacular, and sandwiched in the middle is the Wolverine that we don't really talk about, but I remember it being really good, like really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
I-
excited to shine a little bit of a spotlight.
Me too. I'm
On it.
excited to rewatch it.
Yep.
So let's do this week's episode. It's going to be a fun one. Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm excited. Our first Brendan Fraser, which is kind of messed up. Like, I feel like we
Well,
should have.
you know.
I feel like we're doing him dirty. We should have done some Brendan Fraser by now.
We've got plenty to pick from
Right, yeah.
from the Frage, Brendan Fraser,
Frase.
the Frage.
I like that.
It's like The Rock. He's like the Frage.
The phrase,
I'm a fan of his in general.
for sure.
As an
Yeah, oh my
actor.
god, yes.
Yeah, I think he's fun. I remember when the Mummy film came out.
Oh, yeah.
He, like, in my mind, this is the next Harrison Ford.
Exactly,
right?
yes.
Like, this
He's
is the
got
next-
that charming charisma,
Yep.
that wit, smart assy. Yeah.
And it's a shame how his career has kind of
Thanks
gone
to his bitch wife.
right and kind of gone quiet. And I'm hoping that
It was not too long ago. I don't remember what episode it was, but we're talking about he's back on television now, though.
is he?
Yeah, he's in like a couple, 2, 3 television shows.
Oh, okay.
He's in one with Donald Sutherland. He's in another one. I think he's like a sheriff in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he hit pretty hard times when he has an uncredited cameo in the second G.I. Joe film.
Right.
Like, like, you go from starring in that first Mummy film. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Is
Phenomenal.
amazing. I
Yeah.
love that film.
Even the second one.
That's a classic.
I love the second
The second one was actually pretty good
Yeah.
too. I don't really remember much of the franchise beyond that. But you go from like starring in that shit to uncredited cameo that may have got cut from the second fucking terrible G.I. Joe movie.
Right.
That's peaks and valleys, man.
Especially going from like in George the Jungle and Mummy around that time,
Sure.
he's a
He
good
was-
looking son of a bitch.
He had a string of films that I really liked. I don't know what the internet thinks. I don't give a shit what the internet thinks.
That's why we're here.
But what was the 3D one? Land of the was it not
Oh,
Land of the Lost, Journey to the Center,
Journey to the Center of the
Journey to
Earth.
the Center of the Earth is a good one. And then I don't know, I've always really liked Monkey Ball.
Monkey Bone.
Yeah, Monkey Bone. Monkey Ball is the
Balls.
game. Remember the game from Sega? Monkey Ball?
Monkey Ball?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, Monkey Ball. It's a fun one.
Monkey Ball.
Yeah, Monkey Bone.
Encino Man. Mm-hmm. Monkey Bone. Mummies.
Crash? Was he in
Yeah,
Crash?
he was in Crash.
Crash.
And then Journey to the Center of the Earth. He was in that Looney Tunes movie.
Yeah.
Back in action.
What was the one where he was like in the underground vault? And he comes out and it's like the man out of time. Story.
Blast from the Past.
Blast from the Past.
Oh my
Thank
God,
you.
yes.
That one was one that I really
Did he
wasn't.
drop the N-word in that one?
God,
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know. Was Elizabeth Hurley in that one?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
It's been a long time. I just thought of that when you said that.
Right. Yeah. Because I'm going through Brendan Fraser films
Blast
in my
from the
mind.
Past.
Yeah.
That's like a double entendre right there.
Yeah.
Blast from the Past was a blast from my past.
No shit.
Yeah. But especially like around that time, 2000, where he was just gigantic, and he, like we said, he was like the next Harrison Ford. He was everything. He was funny. He was handsome as fuck. He was witty. He was charming. All that shit. He had the whole thing going.
It's why I made that joke about, oh, he's like The Rock. You call him the Frage. Because he was like The Rock, only his career didn't work out the way The Rock's career worked out. Like The Rock turned into a megastar, and for some reason, Brendan Fraser didn't quite pick the right movies. But he had it. He was right there.
Yeah,
because you know how The Rock can bounce between like family movies, and he does voiceover work, and like some action and all that stuff. Like that's Brendan Fraser. That's like Brendan Fraser in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Right.
Only he just didn't. He couldn't quite get to that next level like what The Rock could.
Yep. But the thing, especially now, The Rock can, if he makes Rampage, he can bounce back from it. You know what I mean? Because he's got a ton of other franchises, and he's The Rock. He'll do something else, and it's kind of weird how now, you can see actors in something great, and then they're in something terrible, great, terrible, or right the middle line, whatever you want to say. But around this time period, it's like you were like you did your thing, or you did this thing.
Yeah.
There wasn't really any bouncing back and forth. I don't think. I can't think of an example. Maybe, of course, but maybe like Nick Cage.
Well, yeah, he's like he's like kind of the ultimate up and down.
But I mean, you think about the '90s, like who like the greatest? Let's say like De Niro.
Okay.
Okay, De Niro was, like he
solid.
just did
Or like
solid shit.
Like Harrison Ford. Is a great example. Of,
exactly.
Like, I don't name a bad Harrison Ford film.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can name a bad Harrison Ford film.
Yeah. I don't know.
There's probably someone out there fucking
sure
screaming,
something.
Can't believe you forgot about blah, 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 blah.
Right. Yeah, but in like when Fraser, he kind of started doing this bouncy thing, but it wasn't the world of today where you could kind of do that.
I know. Yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it, but you think back to the 90s and even before that, it's like you either were in these great movies or you weren't.
Yeah.
There was no I keep doing this. There was no going back and forth.
What I thought was kind of like a shame about him is that he's got acting chops.
Oh, yeah.
Like you see him in something like Crash, and like he can chew that scenery. I say this all the time, but he just needs like a Quentin Tarantino to be like, hey, here's my movie.
That would be fantastic.
I'm gonna pluck you from nowhere and stick you in it. And
Fraser in a Tarantino movie would be the bee's knees. That would.
Yeah, right.
And he's in the perfect place for it now. He was that super mega star. He kind of went down, and now he's kind of getting back into some television, doing some of this, doing some of that.
Sure.
That's where Tarantino likes to be like, come here, bud. Like, let's make something great.
I'm gonna pick you up and
exactly. It's
pop
like,
you in.
you used to be awesome. You were great. Had a hard time. Now you're coming back. Let's make something special. That would be awesome. I would love to see it.
And you know, he's got a way for just like picking unusual casting choices.
Right.
What was it? Inglourious Bastards. He put Mike Myers in it.
So good, yeah.
Like Mike Myers is in Inglourious Bastards.
I mean, for like 2 scenes, but yeah.
But it was interesting and good.
I didn't even realize it was him the first time.
Right.
But then you're like, I know that voice.
Oh yeah, that
sounds familiar.
A little bit like Fat Bastard. That's Austin Powers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing how he does it. And, but that's what people want to see. They want to see these actors that they loved,
right?
That kind of fell off.
Yeah.
You know, bringing John Travolta back, bringing Mike Myers into Inglourious Bastards, and even just putting, even if you are a star, if you're Brad Pitt, just putting him in a Nazi killing movie. It's like, yes, I want to see, you know, my favorite lead man kill Nazis.
You know, it's funny that everyone gives shit to like Brendan Fraser, but look at what happened to the first Mummy reboot they tried to do without him.
I didn't even give it a chance.
Yeah, neither did I, because it looked terrible, the Tom Cruise one.
I didn't even watch the
And that's like Tom Cruise, who was like top shelf.
Yeah.
Don't give it. That movie needed Brendan Fraser to be good.
Or like a Bruce Campbell.
There you go.
You know, like it just there's those movies that just need that charisma, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Cruise has, no, maybe not.
Well, I like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
That was just not like that charming.
That was a bad fit. I don't understand. He never fit with the Mummy franchise. Like, even a rebooted one, I never really understood what they were.
Well, I think they were trying to do like their own, like the dark monster universe, and like do like dark undertones and shit.
That was
instead of like the comedy driven Mummy.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm here nor there on what they were trying to do, and I think all those plans have got canceled.
Yeah, I think so.
Remember, they got like everyone together, and they were like, "Hey, and here's Johnny Depp, who's going to be in this movie," and
they had the whole lineup. I thought
none of that is going on anymore.
Because wasn't Luke Evans, Dracula Untold, was like supposed to be the Man of Steel of that?
Yeah,
and
that all went to shit.
Didn't do anything.
Yeah, turns out, before you can create a universe in a team-up movie, you have to make a good movie to start with.
Did you ever see Dracula Untold?
No, I never watched it.
Me either. I like Luke Evans.
It's just one of those movies. You know, sometimes you see a trailer and you're like, I've seen everything I need. I've seen the film. I'm just not interested. It didn't look like it had anything original, anything.
It might be one of those things, though. Maybe I'll take one for the team. I'll give it a go and see what happens. Not the Mummy, but maybe Dracula Untold, because I think Dracula is cool. I think Luke Evans is cool.
Yeah,
I don't know. It could be something there. Maybe it's a little diamond in the rough,
hidden gem. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've never heard anything about it.
I'd probably watch the Tom Cruise one if I can find it for like $5.
No.
On DVD or something, and like, well, stash it away for a rainy day. And...
No, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
I hate to do that. I love giving movies a chance. I love seeing directors and creativity and stuff. But same thing with that Red Dawn remake. It's just like, why?
I've actually got that at home. I've never watched it.
Don't.
I've just never had like. Well,
like,
if I want to watch Red Dawn, I'm gonna watch the real one because the real one is really good.
Exactly.
And even though I like Thor, Chris Hemsworth, and he's probably good in it, I just don't know why I need to watch.
Exactly. Like there's those films that just you don't touch.
Yeah.
What if they tried to remake Taxi Driver? You don't do that, but they are.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're remaking Taxi Driver. Don't say anything. I'm just giving it as an example.
Don't give them ideas.
No.
Yeah.
But it's just like there's those, like The Mummy. You just leave it alone. And it had only been like what, 10 years? Well, I guess no, 2002.
I mean, the first Mummy movie was 99.
Okay, so it was almost 20
and then
years.
I don't know on the sequels how many.
It was like
we got up
17 or 18.
We got up to, I don't know how late.
Oh, probably 04, I'd say.
04, 05.
Yeah, because I think it was 99, 2001.
Are we going to start counting, like, Scorpion King Part 12 that came straight to DVD that starred, like, Batista?
Did you ever watch Scorpion King with The Rock?
Yeah, I watched that one. Terrible CG.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
They didn't give it a budget because it was The Rock.
Yeah.
And his like first feature
It was like
film.
one of his first movies. No one
It
had.
was his first
Think
feature.
how much those producers are probably kicking themselves in the ass. They had The Rock, and they're like, I don't know if this guy is going to be a movie star or
I mean,
not.
how could you?
Trust the guy, man. You gotta trust him.
I don't mind that movie.
I don't remember much about it, to be perfectly honest.
Michael Clark Duncan and The Rock and maybe some Ron Perlman in there. Or maybe he was in a sequel.
I think Ron Perlman was in a sequel.
Okay. Might have been a sequel.
Yeah.
I know Michael Clark Duncan for sure, and The Rock, and the bad guy is someone really great. I really like the bad guy, and I don't know. I remember kind of liking it.
Yeah.
Might be one to kind of.
I've got the Jet Li film, the
Emperor
Mummy. Yeah, I've got that one at home that I've never watched, and
I've never watched
the
that one
only
either.
reason I have it is because Jet Li.
Brandon Fraser and.
Yeah.
The only thing that I didn't like was Rachel Weisz isn't in that. They switched her out.
Oh, that was the one where they recast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For girl from Payback.
That does me absolutely no good. Was Brendan Fraser still with the Mummy films that far into it?
Yeah. He was into the trilogy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Rachel Weisz, but
Budget.
I think that, I don't.
Do you want Jet Li or Rachel Weisz? Jet Li. Budgetary reasons, that's probably what it came down to.
Give me both.
I would pick Jet Li.
I guess, yeah. I mean.
God, I gotta watch that shit now. Do you think there's a fight scene between Brendan Fraser and Jet Li?
That would be amazing.
That we're just not aware of?
Yeah, maybe Brendan Fraser's just running around screaming and Jet Li's like doing flips and kicks at him. And
Yeah.
he just doesn't understand what the hell's going on.
Because nobody has fucking seen this film and nobody talks about it.
Maybe, I mean, we should be writing these movies down and take a look at least.
Yeah.
See what's going on. Thought I had a pen around here, but let's get into
I've got a pen. We're going to talk about George of the Jungle. That's what we're actually here to do.
Well, I mean, I kind of expected this. George of the Jungle, Brendan Fraser. I know we're both huge Brendan Fraser fans.
He's
as
like
a lot of people are.
Yeah. We fawned all over Frank Grillo for a while, and we set the table a little bit. We're fans of Brendan Fraser.
100%.
Yeah.
I can't stress it enough. The dude had everything.
God.
Everything.
If I could make a movie, I would put Frank Grillo and Brendan Fraser in the same movie.
One's a hardened criminal.
And who is the other guy from Skyline? The first one. I'm terrible with names.
Eric Balfour?
Eric Balfour. I put him in it too. This is my Expendables of actors that I fucking like that no one else gives.
In a world with a special cameo by Bruce Campbell.
The poster is just like everyone else is like, who the fuck are these people? But it's like Eric Balfour and
then Bruce Campbell makes a cameo appearance. Yeah. That'd be amazing. I would watch that.
Nathan Fillion.
Did you see? Okay, we'll talk about it at the end. Let's do some George of the Jungle stuff.
Yep. What's our Rotten Tomato score?
Yeah, we're already 20 minutes.
For George. 20 minutes of Brendan Fraser.
So, okay, I could talk all day about Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I could too, actually.
So we decided these 4 Disney movies ahead of time.
Uh-huh.
So this is just gonna tickle your little butt.
Ooh.
Rotten Tomato has this with a critic score of 57%.
Okay.
And an audience score of 41%. So it is...
So we're technically...
critics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little opposite of what we usually do, but that's okay.
No, it's not. I feel bad.
It's okay.
It's not what we're about.
We're allowed to bend the rules on occasion to talk about movies like George of the Jungle.
And we didn't know.
Yeah.
We should have looked ahead of time.
Well,
But I mean, I would just Googled like live action Disney movies, and I sent you that list. Like I just started naming them off. And
we were just like, oh yeah, this looks like fun, and this looks like fun, and we should do this one. And
I figured live action Disney movies would be pretty safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. George of the Jungle. Critics have it up by like 16% on the audience score. So that's where we're at with that. But like we just kind of rubbed off Brendan Fraser there for a while. There are some other pretty amazing people in this film. And the other the other the other probably huge name that everybody knows is Leslie Mann.
Yeah.
Which is funny because for the longest time, every time I saw her, that's the girl from George of the Jungle.
Oh God, really?
Like that's all I knew her as.
That's awesome.
And then I'd start seeing her everywhere. Then she's married Judd Apatow, and every film that he puts out,
she's in it.
She's in it, yep. And all I ever knew her was girl from George of the Jungle.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Which is very interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love her. Mm-hmm. She's hilarious. I like her in everything she's in. Thomas Hayden Church, Sandman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's how I knew him too.
Yep.
That's the guy from George of the Jungle.
He fell in shit.
He's in a film. He's in a lot of films. But probably one that I saw recently was not Stepdads. Daddy's Home with Will Ferrell and Mark
I haven't watched that one.
I really enjoy it.
Yeah? Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
I got a lot of good...
He is one of those actors that I have a hard time getting behind. I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like
just something about him?
Kind of annoys me.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah. I just don't... Yeah, I don't know. Like, how we've all got actors that you're like... You're probably good, but I just don't like you.
Tom Cruise.
There you go.
I love Mission Impossible, and Top Gun. Everything he puts out is great, but there's just something that bothers me about him.
Risky Business.
Yeah.
It's a good film.
Just something that...
Yeah.
Kill me.
Because of the Scientology shit. Oh,
exactly.
Fuck. Now we're going to get taken off YouTube.
Oh my God. I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah.
We'll be here all night.
I did watch that documentary about it. What was the name of it for anyone?
My Scientology movie.
Yeah, for anyone at home that wants to watch it. I think it was on Netflix.
Yeah. You
will get fucking hooked.
Watch that, and then
watch the Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan with what's her name?
Yeah.
Leah Remini.
Yep.
And then watch one with
Ron.
What's his name?
Miscavige. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's a fun, weird, bizarre to fall down.
It's terrifying, really.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But anyway, let's get back to the Jungle.
Yeah,
because it's way more entertaining than...
And then John Cleese.
Who I love. That was great casting.
That's the only thing you sent me. I love John Cleese. That's all you sent me. But, yeah, it's just... Especially with Leslie Mann and Thomas Hayden Church, like, those are the people from George of the Jungle.
Yeah.
Which is funny that I saw this at such a young age, and those people stuck with me. What did you think of this? Okay. Do you want to go first on this, or do you want me to go first? Like, just your take on the film. Because
it was not my favorite movie to go back and revisit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just wasn't. I didn't really find it that funny. I could see how your kids would probably really like it.
I don't know. I didn't watch it with them.
You didn't watch it with your kids? Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just didn't quite work for me. And honestly, I think part of that was because you try to pinpoint exactly being a fan of Brendan Fraser's career of like, where should he have zigged when he zagged? And I know you really liked George of the Jungle, so I will respect your opinion.
Yay.
But I was watching this going, God damn, he was in good shape. He was in like peak.
Oh my God, he's cute.
He was in like peak Brendan Fraser. God damn, why couldn't he have done like a kick-ass action movie or something instead of like that? Really would have helped probably his overall career arc.
I mean, this was one of his earlier things, too. I think.
What year did this come out?
97.
Jesus, so this predates Mummy?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a little off on that.
I think Encino Man was his first.
Yeah.
And Encino Man was 95, maybe 94.
Okay.
And then I think this was his second film, and he got a leading role. It was a Disney movie.
Well, so maybe it was kind of a weird little stepping stone.
Yeah, I think maybe, before he got to be manager, he had to do the manager in training thing.
Sure.
So
I get that. I mean, I can't be too...
I think this
you can't be too tough on, actors act.
Maybe this was more of a, like a trial to see if he could lead a film. And then once they saw it, they're like, Mummy.
Yeah.
They're like, yep, you can do it.
Yep.
But I mean, yes and no. I get where you're coming from. And I think especially coming from, like, these are hard to go back and watch, Disney's or films that you loved as a kid, because you don't know how you're gonna remember them, or like, you know, like when we watched Mighty Ducks, that was a good one. Like,
held up incredibly
it's like,
well.
wow, this is better than I realized. But when I was a kid, you know, it was just a kid movie.
Yeah.
And then George of the Jungle, when you're a kid, it's probably hilarious and funny. And then when you go back and watch it as an adult, you don't really know what to expect. Maybe your ambitions are a little high because you remember being fond of it as a kid. And some of the jokes are, it's a little Three Stoogey.
Yeah, it's very, oh, he fell in poo.
That's the one poo joke.
I know, but it was a big focal point. He fell in the poo.
I think the funniest thing to me was the narration and the arguing and kind of the it was just very much of a what am I like a it's a spoof.
Yeah.
It's epic movie, state movie, it's stuff like that, but it's
above. Well, I think it's above those in terms. In terms of like quality.
But, I mean, that's what it was. Tarzan movie.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I kind of like the cynicism of it, and the, you know, laughing with the narrator and the narrator changing the story and doing that kind of silly stuff. I thought that was probably my favorite part of it. I kind of remembered the narrator, and I sent you that gif of the guys. And now this is where we laugh.
And then like and then they're like deadpan, like looking at the camera.
Yeah.
That was like honestly my favorite.
That's like
my favorite part of the film.
That's good. That's like airplane comedy. You know
right?
what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
like the scene with Ape and George of the Jungle, where he was like teaching him of like, this is how you hit on women.
Oh.
And then where they're like making the faces and like looking at one another, and they pull the, what is it like, and then you throw leaves at her and she will be unable to resist.
Right. Yeah. What was suck air into your mouth and go. And then pound your chest, throw leaves.
Yeah.
And jump. That's what it was.
You got to be a hell of an actor to not be embarrassed doing that scene multiple times.
I don't know. Brendan Fraser probably only did once.
You think it only took once?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I think you gotta give him some credit for doing some of the shit in this film that they asked him to do. Dressed the way he was dressed and the dialogue that he was expected to give, for him to plow through that shit with a straight face.
I've got some trivia about his shape, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, so we'll get to that. Who would you cast as George of the Jungle, if not for Brendan Fraser? Like, who would have been on the short list in 1997 to be George of the Jungle?
Fucking Val Kilmer. Yeah, I don't know.
Coming off of Batman Forever.
Yeah?
He was in shape. He could have gotten in better shape.
Yeah. 97. Boy, it's tough to think who would have been your go-to back in 97. I have no idea.
97, 90. I can't think of anybody else.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pre-Matrix Keanu Reeves, what was he doing? He was sitting on a couch like what you and I are right now.
97. He was probably in, like, Devil's Advocate or something then.
Yeah?
Or Dracula, maybe. Or not Dracula. Yeah, Dracula.
Was that around? Maybe that was around Interview with a Vampire. When was that?
Interview with a Vampire. I don't know, 95?
4. I was gonna say 4.
No, I don't know. But I think Keanu was in Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
I think that was, what, 96? Maybe it was 97. I don't know. Maybe it was earlier.
We really need to hire someone to sit on the other side of the camera that we can, hey, look this up.
We should just have somebody sit
We're
right
going to
there.
just look this up.
Sit on there with an iPad.
Yeah. We're going to need like a wider set if we try to shoehorn.
I just scoot the camera back a little bit.
Someone
I mean, we
else's-
still got more screen.
For green screen, yeah.
We're good. We don't have to sit so close together.
But the people at home might like that, Jeff.
God, I hope not. I was just saying that I've got a bunch of quotes.
Yeah.
You're wondering how.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote down, more than last week with Flubber. Again, going back to like the kind of the airplane humor and stuff. Lyle tells the guys to shake a leg, and they just look at each other and then they shake a leg. That's hilarious. I don't know. The narrator, they reacted with aw, and then they go aw. He goes, no, AWWWWE. Ah, it's amazing. It's hilarious. That fucking narrator stuff got to me.
Who was the narrator again?
I don't know. I should have.
Because he was enjoyable. Let me look it up really quick. Will you?
And then Lyle, when Lyle's looking for the white ape, he pulls Ursula out. He goes, "You want a white ape? We're gonna find you a white ape." And he starts making weird noises or something maybe. And then the lion comes, but they just hear it like breathing and huffing.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, "Stop! What was that?" He's like, "You mean I actually found one? It worked." Okay, I enjoyed this movie a lot. Shaking the bridge. One of the guys falls off, and he goes flying down the waterfall. And the narrator again. Fucking narrator. No one dies in this story. They just get really, really big boo-boos.
I like that for the kids at home. I actually thought that was like, oh.
You know what? Fuck you.
You
You calling me a kid?
No, I just thought that was like important for younger. This movie is clearly aimed for younger kids. It's okay to like it. I'm not making fun of you for it.
Hilarious.
Keith Scott was the name of the narrator. He is an actor known for George of the Jungle and Daybreakers.
Daybreakers. Ethan Hawke, 2010?
2009. Miscellaneous crew. I don't know what he did. Oh, he was the narrator in the live-action Rocky and Bullwinkle film.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Daybreakers I like Daybreakers. A lot of people didn't like that one.
I don't remember.
Ethan Hawke they're all vampires.
Oh, okay. Yeah, William Dafoe and yeah, Sam Neill is in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daybreakers was fucking good. Write that down.
I like Daybreakers. Daybreakers. I think I got more quotes though.
He does a lot of cartoon.
Okay, how about when Brendan Fraser looks at Ursula's boobs and he goes, "Funny looking fella." Hilarious.
Hilarious.
He's never seen a woman.
Yeah.
She's got boobies. Boobies are funny.
I'm quote Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
There's Tarzan reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Tarzan reference. I got one last one, okay?
Okay.
Ursula goes in and is telling her parents about what happened, and then Lyle shot him, and then her mom gets pissed off. Ursula convinces them that she's going to go get George. Her mom's all pissy, and then her dad... This is a children's movie. Deadpan on her dad, and he goes, "God, that woman's a pain in the ass." That's good stuff.
Accurate.
Good stuff. I love that.
Yeah.
And then you kind of talked about like how he was dressed and stuff. I like how he said butt flap.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Oh, you thought the butt flap was good?
Well, I was like, what did he cook? Because it's a loincloth.
Right.
I'm like, what did he call it?
Butt flap.
Butt flap.
I like how he says butt flap.
Okay.
Butt flap's good. Okay, one more thing about the narrator.
Go for
it. Brendan Fraser... Goddamn kids. When that...
they should be watching George of the Jungle.
Right.
Yeah.
When John Cleese is telling him about how to get Ursula and stuff, and George takes her under that waterfall.
Yeah.
And the narrator goes, "And underneath this big and expensive waterfall set..."
I did like that.
Ugh,
yeah, I thought that was one of the parts that I chuckled at.
Hilarious. What'd you think of George versus the lion? Spill it.
Well, I respect that it was not CGI. I don't know, man. It was dumb, but it fit with the rest of the film, so I can't be too hard on it.
I bet when you were younger though, and you saw
I probably thought it was really super funny.
Dropping elbows on them and shit, and
yeah,
doing the body slams and stuff. Hilarious.
It
made me think of like WWF.
He called an elbow drop a pile driver.
Right.
And that was incorrect. Right. And I was like, I'm deducting a star from my Rotten Tomatoes score.
The rubber tree and clotheslining them and shit.
Yeah, that was actually
good. Fucking good.
Didn't he say something like there's always a rubber tree?
He said...
or there was some one-liner that he had about, there's always a rubber tree.
Rubber tree, good for clothesline.
Yeah.
Or something. Yep. Or rubber tree, good for something, rubber tree, good for something.
Yeah.
It was good. It was... Goddamn, it was funny. What did you see the we've talked about this with Space Jam. We talked about like how Jordan's made you jump higher, run faster and stuff.
Yeah.
At the end of this, when he puts on the Nike Airs, I wrote down the same thing.
Marketing.
Like, oh my god, you run faster, jump higher with those.
Yep.
Oh my god, I had so much fun with this movie. I really did. I had a blast watching this again. It's just, I think if it weren't Brendan Fraser though, I think that's maybe why I have so much nostalgia and so much fun with it.
Sure.
Because he has that, just that, whatever it is, you know, he's got that thing, and he made this so much more enjoyable for me. If it were, who'd we spitball? Val Kilmer or something?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever watch it again.
Probably not.
So I think maybe
like the sequel. Like there's a sequel without Brendan Fraser.
Oh yeah.
That, like who?
They were like 2003 or something. Yeah.
A little earlier, maybe 2001.
Really? That's soon.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, no one talks about. Like, people still talk about George of the Jungle a little bit. Like, it's never...
Because of Brendan Fraser.
Because of Brendan Fraser. The second one, like, no one gives a shit about the second one. And I even went a little bit down the rabbit hole of reading some of the reviews about it, and they were basically like, even if you like the first one, you should avoid the second one. Because it's terrible. Like, any redeeming quality of the first one is just gone by the second one. And I do think part of that you can attribute to Brendan Fraser being enjoyable. He's an enjoyable
even when he's
actor.
He's in Ursula's apartment and stuff.
Yeah.
My God, that's just fun. Yep. It's funny to watch. I
kind of like the part where they dressed him up and they sent him to the
the clothing store?
Yeah, yes, thank you. Yeah. I thought that was funny.
Or he dressed him up in like a dress, and, like Scooby-Doo on the plane and Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just Grandma. When he's in the apartment though, and he's watching TV, his coffee brings you closer together, and he just starts eating coffee grounds, and I don't know, it's just so funny. Because
he's from the jungle.
I know. It's funny. Watching him save the parachuter, parasailer guy, climbing up everything, swinging, look out for that tree.
Yeah.
George of the Jungle, that theme song.
Which
love it.
Had to have been stuck in your head for like a week after you watched it.
Still is.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. A fucking song. You have to drill it out.
Drill it out with my Brendan Fraser. So I kind of had a weird moment with this.
What's your weird moment?
Okay. So George is back. He's kind of with Ursula. They're at the ball or whatever. Can't remember what it was for. It was just like a gala event or whatever.
Yeah.
It was that event from Wishmaster. Everybody's inside. Can't find anybody. George is outside with the horses, and all the women are along the railing watching him.
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote down I would have been one of the girls standing at the fence.
You was in darn good shape for this film.
He's a cute motherfucker.
Yeah.
Seen him running around with those horses. Damn. But even in, Encino Man and Mummy and stuff, like, he was always...
He's a good action star for a reason.
Good athletic guy and
Yep.
cute as hell. I don't know. says something about him. I'd give him a hug.
You know, at this stage in his career, he might need a hug.
Yeah, I'd give him one.
He might need one, Jeff.
I think he'd be, but like, I mean, okay, let's get back on Brendan Fraser for a minute because I think, like how we talked about with Tarantino and stuff, like he'd be great, or even like, kind of like what Bruce Campbell is doing. Mm-hmm. Like how Campbell brought back the show Ash vs. Evil Dead. Yeah. If Fraser were to do something like that, HBO, whatever, mm-hmm. and he did like, even if he did like a Mummy series.
You know, for as much as people kind of like hated on that Mummy Tom Cruise film, if you brought Brendan Fraser back and kind of like rolled the franchise back to what part 1 was, and that was, you know, action, a little bit of action, but it was more horror oriented.
There's a lot for in it.
Yeah. I think people would be on board for that.
Mummy's a weird combination because it's horror and action and comedy and everything. It's everything. Yeah, but like, especially right now where he's starting to come back and he's in those TV shows and stuff, give him like an HBO series. Yeah. And like, it doesn't have to be like a Mummy thing, but just something that...
Like a True Detective, like maybe not necessarily that, but you know, like a series like a True Detective that's a good place for him to show off his acting chops again in a serious role.
It's just, I know we've talked about him in the past episodes. I think we brought up the show that he was on. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, just give him something. Bring him back. People love him. There's so many Facebook groups, so many, you know,
is he on like Twitter?
I don't think so.
No social media?
I think I looked for him. I don't think he is. But it's just, you go online and you see all these people that just talk about Brendan Fraser.
Well, because you see those articles all the time. What happened to Brendan Fraser?
Right.
He just fell off the earth a little bit.
He's stuck in the center of the earth.
Ah, good pun. I'm just going to look really quick and see if he has anything.
Yeah.
Movies coming out.
I mean, look at those newer TV shows. So I think he's one on called... There's one with Donald Sutherland. I can't remember what it is. But I mean, I think he's starting to come back, and maybe he does have a film coming out. Maybe 2 of them.
Wow, like no internet reception.
Well, that's not good. We need to hear about Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
If we were to do...
so he's got...
Another Brendan Fraser movie on this show. What should we do? Should we do The Mummy here soon?
I mean, I would be okay with that.
I think we should probably hit that up. What's Brendan Fraser got coming up?
Well, he's got a movie in development called The Legend of William Tell.
I like it.
Where he plays William Tell.
I like it. He's the lead. I like it.
That is like... Renowned archer and war hero William Tell is forced to rise up against the invading Australians who threaten his land and family. Tagline: farmer, family man, hero, outlaw.
Is he getting back in shape? I bet
it's tough to say. I'm just on IMDb. There's no one else listed.
That's the perfect film for him.
It's kind of got the straight to DVD looking poster. A little bit, but you know what?
I'm all about it.
I'm on board.
All about it. I just want to see him again. What are the...
I'm just looking through at some of his older stuff. Inkheart. Oh God, no one talks about Inkheart.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
See, that's all the way up into 2008 was Emperor. Crash 04. Looney Tunes 03.
See, Monkey Bone was earlier than I thought. That was 2001.
Was the same year as Mummy Returns. Bedazzled.
Bedazzled would probably be
2000.
Blast from the Past was 99. Wow, 99 was like the year of Brendan Fraser.
I like it. And oh my God, I love his name in The Mummy too, Rick O'Connell.
Yeah, I know.
I just think Rick O'Connell just sounds fucking awesome. George of the Jungle.
So this was early on. This was 97.
Yep. And I think his only other, or not his first film, Airheads. Have you seen Airheads?
I've never seen Airheads.
Oh my gosh. Like, oh yeah, he plays the same character from Encino Man as in Son-in-Law.
He had some work before that, but it looks like a lot of really just bit.
Yeah, it looks like just
bit parts or even uncredited and.
Yep. Well, in Son-in-Law, he plays Link, the same character from Encino Man, as like just a background.
Yeah.
Like Link just shows up at a
That's
party.
cool. What the hell is School Ties from '92?
I don't know. Click on it. Who's in that? School Ties, 92. Brendan Fraser. Matt Damon?
Matt Damon, Chris O'Donnell.
What? Cole Hauser?
Fucking Ben Affleck. No way.
What the hell is this? Set in the 1950s, a star quarterback is given an opportunity to attend an elite prep school, but must conceal the fact that he was Jewish.
Write that one down. That looks like something I want to see.
School? What was it? School Ties?
School Ties.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to check that out.
User review 8 out of 10. Metacritic's got it at a 65.
Really? I have to check that out.
I like all these weird holes that you can fall down when you start looking at actors that you like and you see other films with other actors you like in it and you're like, oh, I gotta watch it now.
Brendan Fraser.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really super excited about that. What was it? Will Tell, whatever.
Will Tell.
Will Tell. I'm gonna write that down so I remember it. Yeah, I don't know. That's just exciting to see somebody that you kind of grew up watching and love, idolize.
I just want to see him come back.
Oh my god!
I want to see him make a comeback and make a return.
It's due to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, if John Travolta can do it 3 times, I think Brendan Fraser can do it once.
Yeah, right?
And I think I like Fraser more than I like Travolta.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite scene?
Oh.
Don't be salty.
I'm not salty.
Just teasing.
I like the one, like you said, where the 3 guys gave the deadpan look to the camera. And then we throw our heads back in laughter, and they laugh.
I thought they were really funny throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
and at the end, they speak English.
They were pretty good.
Like they're just fucking with them.
Yeah, that was entertaining. I don't know, and then the scene, like I said, with the monkey where he was showing Brendan Fraser, or the ape was showing Brendan Fraser how to and this is how you hit on women, and just completely fucked up shit. Like, yeah, I thought that was pretty good. That'd be what I would pick, one of those 2.
I definitely, like, those 3 guys though throughout the whole film were hilarious.
Yeah.
Kind of 3 stoogey.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Gonna really piss you off. I'm gonna go with the lion fight.
Okay. You're entitled.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just that right mix of goofy and like 97 watching WWF and Stone Cold Steve Austin and him using the rubber tree to clothesline the lion, and I don't know. It was just silly, goofy, amazing, stupid. He'd wind up his fists to punch him, and shit makes me giggle. Do you want to do some trivia?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have a lot.
I'm not surprised there's not a lot of trivia. I mean, I'm disappointed you don't have any. They almost cast.
Right, I know. I wish
those are always my favorite.
But I mean, we already did that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some trivia. Val Kilmer was originally asked to star, but he declined.
Yes.
And then they also asked Christian Slater, which was really weird, but he was deemed too short. So, I don't know. The ground in the jungle was made of mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Just for, I'm sure they're doing like a lot of stunts and stuff.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of like actual swinging.
Yeah.
So mashed potatoes made it look like dirt, mud, whatever.
That's odd that they would use
mashed potatoes. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, that's what IMDb says. So I don't know.
I learned something interesting today.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
And then, like we talked about, he was really cut, looked really good. Mm-hmm. his personal trainer, who got him in shape, sued him for no mention in the credits.
Poor Brendan Fraser.
The trainer lost.
Yeah.
He
mean...
lost the case. Yeah, I don't think that's Brendan Fraser's call. I don't think he gets to decide who's in the credits.
Who's in the credits? He has nothing to do with the credits.
He's just the actor, you know. Which, I mean, I kind of get the trainer, like, I helped, like, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't look that good, like, give me a shout, but at the same time, like, it's not his fault.
I mean, I'm assuming the guy was paid.
Yeah, exactly.
To get Brendan Fraser in shape. Yeah. So you were paid.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he wanted a shout, didn't get it, tried suing.
Didn't work.
Fail, yeah. That's really all the trivia. Like, not a lot.
We should make shit up about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we already
Christopher Nolan was originally attached to direct. But he backed out at the last minute to do...
He made Insomnia.
To do Insert Insomnia.
God damn it. Do you want to... You have something you want to talk about?
Yeah, nothing related to George of the Jungle, but I wanted to bring up, we talked about it a little bit this morning, that trailer for the new live-action Teen Titans.
Right.
Yep. What are they just calling it now, Titans?
Titans.
The fuck Batman.
Yeah. Yep.
With Robin fucking shooting people and stomping on heads and shit.
Yep.
That, to me, is the direction that DC needs to go with their movies, their universe, because Marvel does the Marvel thing.
Marvel's Disney.
Really well. Yeah. When DC tried to do Marvel, we got Justice League, which was a weird fucking mess of tone, and I don't know what the hell. When they first started out with Zack Snyder, you know how much we loved Man of Steel. And the direction they were going with that. That's the way they need to go. And I'm hopeful that the reception for this Titans is good, and that it allows DC to go, hey, we don't need to copy Marvel in tone. We need to do our own thing, because we're DC, we're generally darker. That's our books. That's generally our characters. I want to see them continue on with. I don't know. What did you think?
I actually made a comment on follow a page, I think it's called DC Universe Rocks My World or something. They shared the trailer, I watched it. There's quite a bit of negativity. I commented something like, there's some things that look a little meh.
Yeah.
But I said, I'm a big DC fan. You just gotta give it a chance. Wait till you see the finished product. Give it a go. Yeah. And I actually got a lot of responses on it. Like,
good.
Yeah, just give it the old college try.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can't judge it. I will say I'm really excited for how the direction that they're taking Robin. I'm really excited about the actor that they picked. I think he's
good.
I think he
looks good. He looks the part.
Looks good. I hope he acts as well. I think the fucking Robin suit looks phenomenal.
I do too.
It looks really good. I like the early images that they released. I mean, everything looks good. About the only thing that is kind of nitpicky, the thing that kind of bothered me was Beast Boy looked kind of and Starfire just did not look like Starfire.
Yeah.
She kind of looked like a prostitute.
Well, maybe it will.
Right, and like I said, like you got to give it a chance.
It might work.
Like even with Raven, when they first showed images of Raven, I was like, what? Mm-hmm. But then, we get a glimpse at the end of the trailer where she's, almost completely sheet white with the hood up and there's black fog everywhere. And I'm like, I got shit, like, oh my God, that looks fucking awesome. Yeah. I don't believe in monsters. Stuff, it's just, I like the tone. I like how shit looks. I like, I'm excited. It's just this nitpicky stuff.
I just really love the whole, where's Batman? Fuck Batman. And part of the reason why it was on, I agree with Kevin Smith. I don't know if you caught the headline a while ago, where he had two of the guys that did Infinity War, who were Infinity War guys. I don't remember.
Still haven't seen it.
Offhand. Anyway, he had them on his podcast.
Oh, the Russo brothers?
Yeah, the Russo brothers, yep. And they were talking, he asked them, straight up, like, what would you guys do with DC? And they were like, I think it's, DC needs to take a step back, and they need to kind of, and as a big Batman fan, you're going to hate this, but they need to shelve some of their big characters for a minute. They need to shelve Superman and Batman and some of these other ones, and focus on some of the characters they've not done. Nightwing, for example, or, kind of like what we're seeing with, Teen Titans, and make people excited about these characters and make them miss, God, I want to see Batman again. But don't give it to them right away. Make them wait a little bit, and then you get back to Batman, and you reintroduce those, and you go from there. And I kind of like that idea a lot. And I don't know if that was intentional, probably not, but the whole kind of, where's Batman? Fuck Batman. Kind of fits in a little bit with that. Like, you're going to get this, and this looks really good, and we're going to stand behind this. I don't know. I like that. I like that attitude from DC.
I don't know if it's so much... I don't know if the whole fuck Batman thing is so much... like trying to fit in line with the DC films and stuff,
yeah.
And like what you and Russo brothers were saying or whatever. I think it's more maybe like you mentioned Nightwing. I think it is more just like a build up towards that. But I mean with Titans though, it's weird because
I know
it's Robin, but the whole fuck Batman attitude and him kind of wanting to be his own hero, that's how you get Nightwing. So I don't know. It's kind of walking a weird line.
Yeah, it is.
But I mean, I'm excited for it. I'll be watching it as soon as it comes out. It's just just nitpicky stuff, but just give it a chance. You might like it.
I really hope that A, it's good, and B, people give it a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't feel like people give DC properties enough of a chance. There's some of them that are worth shitting all over, and they kind of deserve it. But there's a lot of other stuff that gets just unfairly knocked in the DC world. And
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm just really tired of the whole Marvel versus DC thing. If you want to like Marvel, go like Marvel. If you want to like DC. If you want to like both, fucking like both.
I love both.
Exactly.
I want to see both.
Why do you have to pick sides nowadays?
There's no reason for that.
It's ridiculous.
I want to see Batman as much as I want to see Iron Man and everyone else.
I don't know about that. Yeah. But I mean, like, I have friends, though, that's like, they'll only go see Marvel.
Which is dumb.
And it's like, okay, but I'll go to that, but will you go see Wonder Woman with me? No, we're not going to go see that. Why?
Like, great. Yeah. You're missing out on a great film.
Just give it a chance. Yeah. But I mean, if that's their loss, I don't care. I'll go see it twice to make up for them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super pumped for Aquaman.
Yes, cannot wait.
I'm even more pumped, though. Well, I mean, I'm super pumped for Aquaman. I'm super, super pumped for Shazam. I think Shazam looks fucking
That awesome. Is interesting, and that is a different kind of character that we've seen yet, and I think that's the direction that they really need to be headed. I agree with Kevin Smith and the Russo brothers and stuff. Like, that's the way you need to go right now. Like, do some different shit.
No, I mean, I still want to see Batman. So I want Man of Steel too.
I do too.
I want all this stuff, but I mean, keep feeding me Aquaman and Shazam.
In the interim, we can do other shit.
Yeah,
like it don't always just have to be Batman, Superman.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to plug in real quick before we get out of here? Anything you want to talk about outside of this?
I'm still working on the Pantheon Network website. Yep. I know you're getting that going, so I'm excited to see that.
Working.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pantheonnetwork.com. Excuse me. Be sure to check that out. It's got all our merchandise, all the videos, all the audio, Comedy Bowl podcast, email, all that kind of stuff. Got the hiccups or something. Just be sure to, just check that out. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. Just working on it. Working on Indie Gamer Magazine. Check that out on Facebook. August 1st. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
You're in it? You did an article?
It was fun to write.
Super pumped.
I'm excited to be a part of it. And I think you got some good stuff going on there, Jeff.
Super excited for it. And then just look out next week for our live episode, The Wolverine.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Sunday instead of Monday. And then I think we're looking at about 7 o'clock Central Time.
7 o'clock Central Time is what we're thinking.
7 o'clock Central Time. It's going to be a YouTube live. So if you're an audio listener, we're not doing lip-sync live or anything like that. It's going to be on YouTube. So, just jump over to our YouTube channel. It's just Shut Up, I Like This. We're going to be going live there. Maybe, we'll start live, 15 minutes before, just kind of get ready. And if anybody's there, talk to them. And
sure.
And, just get prepared. So we'll hop on there and hope to see a lot of you guys there. I think that's it.
I think that'll do.
That'll do, Pig. Looking forward to it. Wolverine next week. And then, do you want to pick something right now for the week after? Or should we wait?
Let's figure that out. We'll figure that out after Wolverine. Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Shut Up, I Like This. That's a wrap. We will talk to you later.
I always want to throw something at your camera because it's
I
cool.
would be super pissed.
But I don't want to break your camera, so I will not throw it.
Dude, that's an expensive camera.